And things into the kitchen. Jared, you're not there yet, but you will be in some
All
later
right,
segments.
I'm starving, so this is perfect.
Hey, Vic, what's going on now?
The perks of winging it Buffalo style. We have one of our favorites, Chef David from the Buster Brown Bean Bistro and Cafe.
There you go.
Cafe and Bistro?
Cafe and Bistro.
Cafe and Bistro down in Fredonia.
You're one of my favorite people too, Victoria.
Oh, come here, let's hug.
We love each other. We do.
Yes, we do. We are making a special Chicken Madeira.
Yep. Again, just like my last couple appearances, I'm previewing here what we have been adding or will be adding to the menu for the spring and summer.
To the ever-evolving menu.
The ever-evolving menu at the bistro.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing a Chicken Madeira, yeah.
Let's give a list of some of the ingredients that folks need to get ready for it.
We're going to need a yellow onion. You're going to need some fresh chopped garlic, a chicken breast per person, some fresh mushrooms. A Madeira is kind of like a Marsala. It's a bit richer, and this is sweeter.
Is it a heavier wine?
It's sweet, and it's very hard to pair with, and that I can tell you. I'm going to be pairing with a Maza Chautauqua Vineyards Cellars wine. It's not heavy, but it is very sweet, and it's great for cooking. I personally would not be drinking it. You wouldn't find me. That's why I brought a really great Lake Erie wine, country wine for you to taste today.
So it's like a sherry-ish.
Yeah, it's along those lines. It's not something that just anybody would be sipping out of a
Easy?
glass. Really easy, actually, and we'll be
Right up
doing
my
that
alley.
soon.
All right. Terrific.
Welcome back. We're joined now with Chef David, Buster Brown Bean Company, Jared helping us out in the kitchen today making Chicken Madeira.
3 is not a crowd. This is very exciting.
Yeah.
For so many of us.
Did you bring enough food for all three of you?
I brought enough food for an army. I usually do when I'm here because that's usually what ends up happening. So we're just going to do a little bit of olive oil and butter to our pan, which I've preheated, obviously. And then what we're going to do is toss in our onions.
Now, would that be called sautéing an onion?
Not quite, well, now we're sautéing.
Oh, okay. Oh, you gotta move it. Okay.
And so we're gonna sweat these down, but really what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to caramelize them. And I showed a trick one time. To kind of speed things along for caramelizing, you're gonna add a little bit of water and cover it, and it'll help caramelize. A lot of people are afraid to caramelize their onions because
it sounds kind of
you end up
intimidating.
going from sweat to burn pretty
Really quick.
Right.
So you have to keep an eye on it then.
So yeah, you really have to keep an eye on it. So we're gonna toss those around. After we get those caramelized, which I'm not going to do now, we're short on our segment, we're going to deglaze. We're going to let that cook down a little bit. You got to get our chicken
with the Madeira wine.
With the Madeira wine, yep. We're going to start grilling off our chicken. And then once this is kind of cooked down just a little bit, what we're going to end up doing is adding our chopped up mushroom.
Okay.
Because the mushroom is kind of like a sponge, so it's really going to pick up a lot of that flavor.
Soak up some of that flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to keep going on in the kitchen.
It smells great.
It's awesome, right?
I think my stomach's growling more than that ocelot was.
It does.
Got a little cantankerous.
That's what happens,
I
at 8 in the morning.
was a little nervous being that close to an ocelot around all this
Wasn't
food.
that animal so cool, though?
Well, and
Absolutely
that ocelot's
amazing.
an alcoholic, too, and we brought all this beer
Well,
and wine.
then
so.
I've totally got the situation under control, as per usual when I'm here. So while we were off playing, well, you guys were off playing with an ocelot, I let that wine soak down a little bit. I added some heavy cream. I brought that to a gentle boil, added some cheese, and now what we're going to do is this is so easy for people to do at home. We're just going to add some of the pasta in here. This is par cooked to an al dente.
Okay.
What's going to happen really is in those few short moments when we toss this through, it's going to
cook a little bit more.
kind of finish cooking its way through.
And also, I have to say congratulations, Buster Brown Bean Company, at 1 year.
Yes, we just celebrated our 1-year birthday, basically, our 1-year anniversary at the new Cafe and Bistro in Fredonia.
Wow.
It's really exciting.
And it's become quite a popular hotspot in Fredonia, right?
It is kind of becoming especially on the weekends, our dinner services are really, really taking off. We're getting quite a few people coming down from Buffalo. You basically can't walk in the door on Friday nights. You have to have reservations now. This weekend was insanely busy. I think we had to cut people off like 2 months ago for reservations.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
it's a great problem, and I am not complaining. I didn't sleep at all, and I need to buy a new pair of shoes from a lack of tread, but we're good.
That's a huge milestone. Don't they always say, like, the success of a restaurant?
That's
It's
what
like,
I've heard,
if
too.
you survive your first year, you're golden.
Well, then, hopefully we can stick around and make it. So this is your chicken Madeira. During the winter, in the fall, oftentimes what I'll do is I'll bread this chicken to keep it a little heavier and a little heartier.
Right.
We want to be a little bit warmer, but this is up to the two of you.
Well, I'll
at this
defer
point.
to Jared since he's our guest co-host. So I
what I'm
can't eat
gonna
in
do.
front of him.
All right, let me get away from the vegetables.
Yeah.
There we go.
Need those.
Oh, this is going to be great. Here you
And
go,
this
Amelia.
is going to be
No,
featured.
go ahead. You can have it.
Okay, thank
There
you.
are.
I can't say no to food.
Yeah.
That's
Is it good?
awesome.
Okay, let me give it a whirl.
Nice and juicy.
All right, you know, I'm going to try. Actually, I'm going to try this pasta.
And this is going to be available at the restaurant.
Yep, it is actually available. already. And then this is our proprietor's reserve from Maz's Chautauqua Cellars. This is one of the older and more well-known wineries along the Lake Erie Wine Country Trail. As you know, but maybe Jared doesn't know, I'm the shop local, go local, stay local. So whenever I'm here, I always try to feature wine and beer that is made within the Chautauqua County area. I try to source everything from local farmers. That's really important to us. So coming up this Wednesday, there is a Mother's Day event that's not quite sold out with psychic and medium Dennis Morley from Lilydale.
It's
really cool because we're very close to Lilydale. A lot of the psychics and mediums from within that community do hang out in the restaurant quite a bit, and we cater to them. That was good, wasn't it, Jared?
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
A nice dry wine, which is, it's hard to find a nice dry red wine in general within the Chautauqua County or even the Western New York area, but they do a really great job with that one.
So now if people want to go to this event on Wednesday that's still open,
they can go to Dennis Morley's website, actually. Everything's done through him, and then it comes with, it's supposed to be a Mother's Day event, basically. It's supposed to, you know, maybe a late or last minute Mother's Day present if your mom's into that kind of thing.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, and then it comes with a dinner, too. You get to choose between Icelandic haddock, which our haddock we were just mentioning is really popular, and our Alfredo dish, which is also very, very popular.
All right, that sounds awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Vic is going to be back in the kitchen for a second helping. I'm going to do weather. Jared's still going to be here. Chef David's going to be here. Stick around. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
The Monday pie.
Best party thrower in town. Chef David from Buster Brown Bean Cafe and Bistro.
There you go.
How about that in one day?
That's a
event?
that's a mouthful.
Right? Can you
It
say
is a
that?
mouthful.
Buster Brown Bean Emporium and Restaurant.
Oh, where's the Emporium?
Come on now.
All right, let's get to our second
All right,
helping.
second helpings. We're basically, you're going to take and make the same exact thing, or you're just going to take your leftovers, basically, and you're going to cut up the chicken. You're going to toss it into a crock, basically. You're going to put it in the oven, 400 until it's kind of brown and melty and gooey and
So you're
yummy on
making
the
like
top.
a mac and
It's
cheese.
Madeira mac and cheese. It's like an adult version. There's, out goes the processed cheese and noodles from a box.
That's amazing.
That's like American chopsticks.
Yeah.
How about that?
There you go.
Anglo
Right, Victoria?
chopsticks,
There you go.
exactly,
I'm
yes.
pairing it with a Southern Tier's 2X Stout, which I know you appreciate.
Oh, really? Me?
Just a little bit. But it's the 2X milk stout. It's because the Madeira wine is so sweet. I thought a nice stout would balance out that, you know, that basiness that you kind of need to help balance out the rest of the plate.
You know, I'm surprised about this. That's one thing that I always, you know, because I eat leftover. I usually go out to dinner, and then the next day, that's my meal.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese and pasta, especially, is the hardest thing to really get right the next day. You almost
Absolutely.
don't want to take it sometimes, but this is really good.
It's excellent.
It's
I
all
love
in
the
the way it's
mushrooms
done,
and the
yeah.
onions that you put in
Yeah.
there. And you'll have this. Do you
This
have a
is-
mac and cheese at Buster Brown?
I don't, but what I tend to do is I'll take something like this now that I've done it, and I'll feature it maybe on brunch next week, or I'll put it on the menu as like, you know, the Madeira mac and a side salad.
Well, what are your hours, David?
We are open 7 days a week. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're 8 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we do our sit-down dinner services. And again, those are getting more and more popular. So,
And then you have bar hours as well?
well, no, basically, we have a wine and beer license. It's not, the focus isn't necessarily so much on
It's
the
the
alcohol.
pairing.
It's
It's
the
the
pairing of the
pairing.
food
And the
alcohol
experience.
and the
Right.
experience. And we try to provide a somewhat casual atmosphere, but 5-star quality
My
food.
friends. I'm inviting my friends for dinner.
Yay!
something
It's
good.
a
Now,
big party.
we should clarify, too, when you have a mac and cheese, yours is not a second helpings. But that's a good thing to do when you have that second helpings here.
Yeah, this one is actually like this one's the actual second helpings version of that, but it was in the oven a little bit longer than it should have been. So
That's a little bit warmer.
This was so yummy, by the way. I have to say.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's and you know what? Even though it's a pasta and it's got a little bit of cream in there, it's not too heavy. It's
No.
light.